Enemy cruiser sunk.
Hello, I am Fresh Potato, and we are back with a drunken build. And I know it's been a long time since I've had a drunken build, but hey, we're in the old Royal Caribbean, right? The old Star Princess, okay? The Norwegian cruise, right? No. We're in the Royal Caribbean, right? So here in the Royal Caribbean, aka the USS Louisiana, we are going to experiment here with a drunken build that is going to improve our reload and bring it down to about 23 seconds. The only thing, well, I have to push in, right? But like I said, we are in the Royal Caribbean, right? We got the old bartenders, okay? We got the pools, all right? The fancy martinis, and of course, the conga line, right? You haven't lived until you've danced in a conga line. What's a conga line? Anyway, like I said, we have to push in because we've sacrificed range for a faster reload, but we're gonna do it slowly. I'm gonna play this as if I have good range. I'm not gonna fly in there. I'm not gonna brawl in there, even though our commander is Willis Lee, okay? Willis Lee, the brawling commander for the United States battleships, right? But we have him built for accuracy as far as accuracy can go with him, right? He doesn't have access to marksmanship or flammable cannoneer, but what he does have access to is, of course, inspirations like everyone else, right? So we can add accuracy commanders to him, right? Like Cunningham and Iachino, and yes, that's exactly what we've done. Why not Arthas? Well, with Arthas, with this build, even though it still works as we nail the Ohio with our torps, if we had Arthas, of course it would have been better, but we cannot afford to take anything else away from our accuracy. I've tried Cunningham with Arthas with this build, and our accuracy is all over the place. Our shells are just too shotgunny, and we can't hit anything, right? So I took Arthas out. Couldn't do it. And with this experiment and this build, I found that the best combination is Cunningham and Iachino combined with a spotter plane, right? To help your shells even be that more accurate, right? So also with Willis Lee, you have access to, on second thought, which you just saw. I just switched from AP to HE, and that switch was only 10 seconds. And when you have Willis Lee upgraded to about 16.3, your switch, the time it's 10 seconds, and it can go lower if I can get him to 16.4, which probably won't happen, right? If it is, it's going to happen maybe in the summer of 2039, right? When I'm able to get Willis Lee to 16.4, right? Yeah, right. But with this, being able to switch my shells from AP to HE is very, very handy. It's not as quick as AL Dunkirk, but it's better than nothing, where I can spend 10 seconds, making up my mind, let's go with this shell, no, let's go with this shell, right? So here, look at this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to switch. I see that this Yamato is turning broadside, so let's take that 10-second ammo switch to AP, and we're going to line him up real nice. The only problem in this battle is that I did not use my spotter plane. If I did, I would probably have just a little bit more damage. I would have probably finished with more damage as we nailed that Yamato in the Citadel. That was a pretty good exchange there on my part, and then he's sent to the Shadow Realm. Pretty good, right? Right? But yeah, I'm really having fun with this build because of the quickness of the reload. It's way better, of course, than having to wait 30 seconds, or with the build that everyone else uses. You can get that reload to about 27 seconds when you have the Sims build or the AL New Jersey build. When you combine them with Arthas and Derevel, right? You bring the reload down to only 27 seconds. Well, with this reload, I'm able to switch my ammo types when I need to, and I have a 23 second reload, right? And here I am, I'm struggling to aim with this thing sometimes because it keeps moving. I wish Wargaming will fix that in the future. Let us do it ourselves, right? We're capable of doing it ourselves. I'm trying to line it up and it keeps moving left to right, left to right, and now I'm sitting here looking goofy, right? I look like a goof trying to get that thing to line up the right way. But we're going to go ahead and send our planes there. I like to catch battleships in their turns when it comes to these torpedo planes because it's very difficult for them to avoid, okay? To avoid where they're going after they have already committed to a turn. So any new players out there that's trying to figure out how to get better at using the torpedo planes, practice doing that. When you see the battleships turning, drop those torpedo planes, give it a good healthy distance, okay, and drop your torpedo planes there, and you'll notice you'll be landing a lot of torpedoes, okay? And I am really good with the torpedo planes most of the time. I do get hits on destroyers with them. I've got hits on them on cruisers, of course. And yes, I really like this thing. I really like the Louisiana, particularly because it has so many planes. But yes, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time playing these things. If I'm not, of course, being torpedoed to the Shadow Realm by Shimikazes, right? Or if I'm not stuck in a 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 due to crossplay. If it's none of that, then of course I'm having fun. I'm having fun, and I know I just had a Shimikaze video, right? My last video was the Shimikaze video, and boy did I get some good healthy pushback on that. Okay, and that's okay. You know, I'm okay with people that disagree. Okay, I'm okay with disagreement. I'm an adult, like the rest, like most of us. Okay, we need to, you know, learn how to disagree. Okay, but hey, we got a fire on that GK. Can we get a flood? Yes. Okay, we got 2 floods, and that is what makes shooting HE from these things worth it, right? You don't get this all the time, and I know everyone says you're not supposed to shoot HE from your battleships, but hey, when you can line up a fire and then have them damage con the fire only to give them 2 floods, even 1 flood, it's worth it. 100%, right? 100%. But here we're kind of playing like the backline Betty. We're backing up here again. Even though I have a brawling build or a brawling commander, doesn't mean I'm going to go in there and brawl. All right? Even though the Louisiana technically can brawl because it has pretty good armor, in my opinion, it can brawl. I've brawled in it before, but this is not the time for me to go in there yet. It'll come, okay? It'll come. But yes. Unfortunately, our friend here, our Minotaur friend, decides to smoke up right in front of us. Any player out there, new players, try not to do that. You know, don't smoke up in front of your battleship friends, you know, if it's not anything serious. I didn't need smoke, and by him doing that, well, it takes away from the spotting for everyone. If he was to smoke up away from me, then I'm able to spot for him, and my line of sight isn't blocked, right? So I can use my guns, he can use his guns in smoke, but that didn't happen because he decides he's going to pop this wall of smoke in front of everybody. So no one can see. Our opportunity to kill that GK is gone, okay? We had a golden opportunity. But yeah, don't do that because it makes your smoke useless, right? Useless. But here we go. We're going to try to push in again. Put it back to that quarter speed up, okay? Going forward. There goes the Zao. The Zao, pretty good ship, but it's very, very agile, right? And I know some of you battleship guys out there are probably saying, why don't you push in already? I'm not pushing in because I don't know. It's not that I don't know. I wasn't sure where that GK was or what that GK was doing. Now that I know, now it's time to push in. And here, I didn't have enough time to switch to AP. If I did, I would have probably sent that Zao to the Shadow Realm. But now that we know where the GK is, we're going to go ahead and we're going to push into it. There's only 2 more of them left. Here goes the Minotaur. He's going to crash into me. And hey, Guys, you don't want to crash in. You need to watch where you're going. You don't want to crash into battleships, especially if you're a cruiser, because then it leaves your broadside vulnerable. Okay, plus you're shooting. You might want to go dark, but hey, he does what he wants, right? He does what he wants. But here we go again. We're still shooting HE. We are at a 193,000 damage, but we're pushing in here, and this is the time to switch to AP. I see that GK is broadside, right? So I'm not going to waste too much time there. I'm going to go ahead and switch to AP there with on second thought, because on second thought, he's broadside, right? No, nobody. So we line him up with the AP. Can we get a good hit? Yes, yes we do. We'll take that. And yeah, we're now over 200k. Unfortunately, we don't have any kills because they're kind of getting yoinked here. But hey, that's just me doing my job. I am taking away from the enemy's HP and making it easier for my team to take them out. So here we go. We're going to line them up with some torpedo planes. Like I said, I don't have to always watch them, but I still do anyway like that. I want to just line up my shots and fire. I want to drop the planes and forget and line up the shots. If I would have lined up that shot faster, I would have probably got the kill. You see? But hey, we finished the game over 200k, but no kills. No kills, and that kind of sucked, right? And if you just heard there, we got that little notification noise right there. We've just unlocked, it just so happened after this battle here, we unlocked Joseph Reeves, right? Sounds like a car dealership, right? You guys come on down to Joe Reeves Cadillac, right? Joe Reeves Chevrolet, okay? But yes, we unlocked Joseph Reeves, who in real life was a pretty brilliant guy, right? He, I don't know if he was an admiral, but he invented the football helmet. So, hey, you know, brilliant man. But yeah, like I said, we finished the game with what, 225 or 29,000 damage. We are second on the leaderboard in base XP, even though we got over 200k. And that's because the Kleber had themselves a pretty good game with those 4 kills. But yes, we finished with 2630 base XP. Base XP. And yeah, okay, yeah, it's 229,000 damage. No kills. We were able to get, what, 3 fires, 2 floods, but hey, we did what we could. But here goes the build, and it is Mr. Scrooge. Of course, it's not Mr. Scrooge, guys. It's Willis Lee. This is just the guys, of course. Our inspirations is Cunningham and Iachino to help that accuracy. But here we go. This is how we boost our reload. We go with Brawler. That brings our reload a minus 10%. Okay. In the second slot, it looks, what is that? What would you call that? Scissors? I think that's called scissors, I think. What? Crisscross, sorry, crisscross, okay. Crisscross, which helps our traverse speed. I could go with the secondary boost there, but no. But here goes on second thought, right? On second thought also brings down our reload a minus 5%. And then another minus 55% when we need to do those shell switching, right? We went with reaching out double XL because we had to compensate for some range loss, right? Again, with this build, you have to sacrifice your battleship range, which isn't all that bad. I would have loved to go with Master Mechanic, but no, we need the range, right? We need the range. And of course, fight fire with fire, and yes, the drunken build. And oh, we're not done yet. Okay, we went away from artillery plotting room, right? This is one of the also the big keys. And we went with main battery mod 3. That brings down our reload at 10% and an extra 2% for every what, 30,000 damage. And we would have gotten more damage. Of course, our damage would have gotten stronger with every kill that we get, up to about what, 3 kills or 4 kills. But unfortunately, we didn't get a kill there. So yeah, that brought our reload all the way down to a healthy 22.9, 23 seconds, right? A 23-second reload with this build, and it is fun, and I would like, you know, maybe somebody else can experiment with this same exact build, okay? See what they can do. But yeah, I like it. I like it. It keeps the shells flying. All right, along with, of course, those very, very strong torpedo planes. It's very fun. Very, very fun. But here we go. The Royal Caribbean, right? The Royal Caribbean. I'm gonna go and get myself in a conga line right now. Okay, but I really like this ship. I really, really like this ship. And yes, it cost an arm and a leg. I'm still looking for the Vallejo, but hey, tell me what you think. And of course, guys, thanks for watching.
Enemy cruiser sunk.